L2, and the Blues came out the blocks flying here as well, Sam. Much the better side, certainly in the early stages, in what's been a good game. And Tino Anjorin at the heart of a lot of it in the early moments.
Yeah, some really creative football. I think Chelsea have had more rotation than Liverpool. They've been a bit more set in their shape, and you only have to look at the chances here. Anjorin breaking in between centre-halves and defenders, you know, getting beyond Batshuayi. We've seen none of that from Liverpool, really. Bruce has been so isolated. Again, Anjorin, brilliant play, and should have ended up in the goal if not for Billy Gilmour, but certainly for Castillo on the far post.
Yeah, he's been his usual threat from crosses. This would have been a pretty rare goal, actually. He doesn't score many for a player of technical quality who tends to play high and wide. Tariq Lamptey didn't get the ball from the dummy then, but he did get it eventually from Tariq Uwakwe, and this was an excellent save from Kelleher for a shot that was definitely heading into the far corner.
Yeah, it really was. He's been on throughout that first half, but he did brilliantly there because he had so many options. Had a little look, decided to go it alone, and it's been different performances from the two fullbacks. Martin's really intelligent in coming infield and joins in with the midfield trio, whereas Lamptey, such an asset down the flank. It's clearly a tactic, Martin, to go into the midfield, and Lamptey stays nice and wide.
Billy Gilmour here had lots of time to think about this. It's rolling at him. He knows he's going to be hitting it first time.
I think he's been so close to being a kind of 9 out of 10 tonight, Gilmour. He's done so much right. He could have just got himself that goal. That wasn't an easy chance, but the strike was fantastic.
And more pressure here brings his next chance. Really lovely little interchange. Anjorin and Batshuayi. And Billy needed some sort of toe poke there, didn't he?
Yeah, and it just illustrates the movement that I'm talking about, the rotation. Gilmour, one of the deeper line midfield players, breaking beyond Batshuayi, getting an opportunity, which the keeper's able to smuggle there.
Well, Tony Rudiger loves a forward pass, and Michy Batshuayi turned that one into a good one. He was taken out. There might even have been a handball outside the box to boot. It didn't matter because he found the empty net, and that's the goal.
Yeah, and there's been a few of those passes that haven't come off. They've got a little bit frustrated and gone a bit direct at times. I think that probably would have ended up in a free kick and maybe further sanctions for the goalkeeper, but you have to admire the quick thinking and the way that he architects that finish over the goalkeeper. It's brilliant.
Delicately done from a penalty box poacher, but he really should have shown that other part of his game there.
Yeah, it's Vandenberg who completely switches off, and as Batshuayi does, he pulls in between centre-halves, and he knows now that Castillo has got sublime delivery from the flank. The perfect position, Castillo's delivery, Batshuayi off the back of Vandenberg. I don't know if he sees it late, he just doesn't stiffen up that ankle.
Absolutely brilliant Chelsea goal. Just cut through Liverpool with 3 short, sharp movements.
3 unbelievable touches, really, isn't it? The delivery from Castillo and Anjorin's presence of mind, really, isn't it? To put the perfect weight and see the pass. And it's just emphatic when it falls to Batshuayi. That's what we come accustomed to seeing from him over the years. That's a brilliant finish.
Did that skim the crossbar? I think that hit the bar.
It did, and the better chance marginally is probably this first one's Martin on that occasion, raiding down the left-hand side. Should score, it's too close to the keeper. Oh, I don't know, he's got to score, Tino Anjorin. I will say it falls to his weaker foot. If that's on his right side, he'll steer that in. Just gets underneath it, clips the bar.
Well, Michy Batshuayi could have had 5 goals tonight. Tino Anjorin might have had one himself. Blooded. I mean, he did get his leg off the ground. I was just trying to see if anything was planted there, Sam, and that would be one thing you'd think going in his favour.
Yeah, I think he's fortunate.
Way through. It's only a corner with a quarter of the game left. It could have been a goal, but more sumptuous football and beautiful technical control.
Yeah, and great pass from Billy Gilmour, and Herbie Kane's the one who's been around Anjorin trying to stop the supply.
Batshuayi here into Uwakwe. Nice exchange.
Great movement, Kelleher, brilliant stop actually to stand up, beat break.
Tino Anjorin is a star in the making, there's no doubt about that, and he's got a Stamford Bridge goal now, and it's 3.
Well, they deserve to be 3 goals better than Liverpool. Second half, had so many chances. Batshuayi feeding Anjorin, he's got no right to do this. Again, he's up against Herbie Kane. He gets a little bit fortunate, but you have to credit the the bravery to try and produce that. He deserves his luck. Look at that. And the finish. Fantastic. Give the keeper the eye. Thinking up here, Batshwai, get round him, get round the left-hand side of him. Why aren't you making the overlap run? And he does eventually. I think it's a fraction too late. Probably getting a bit leggy and drags his shot in the end. But brilliant from Castilla again.